Hello everyone, this is my first time making a scripted video. In case I'm sounding a little bit weird, you know why. With that being said, hope you enjoyed the video. Hello everyone and welcome to this video in which I'm going to talk about Touhou. For people who don't know Touhou, imagine going to Vietnam, trying to dodge all the bullets that are coming your way. Now for real, Touhou Project, or Touhou, is a series of games made by a guy named Junya Ota. I hope I said the name right. Or nicknamed by the community Zun. The series of games is based on a genre called bullet hell, or shoot 'em up, or oh god please help me, the fireworks show went wrong hell. For a little context, Zun made all the Touhou games alone. I have to give him props for his hard work. Honestly, if I would try to make a game, I'd add an image of Giga Chad and call it there. Now, let's talk about the games in more detail, beginning with the first game on Windows, called Embodiment of Scarlet or Touhou 6. Before getting into the story, we have to understand the games themselves. They are pretty similar, so I'm going to explain once. Every game has 6 stages that increase in difficulty, including an extra stage, where the first one is the haha easy stage, and the last one is the fireworks show that I explained earlier this video. In these games, you have a set of lives that you can lose by touching one of the many bullets on the screen. But don't worry, because you have bombs that can get rid of the bullets and, if used on a boss, they can reduce a portion of their life, if they allow that. But beware, if you use one of these bombs while a boss spell card is active, you will lose the bonus points that you can get if you defeat the boss, or by surviving the spell card, depending on the case. Now, what are spell cards? Spell cards are like the phases of a boss that you have to get through if you want to defeat the respective boss. Now, let's talk about your character. Each character has a focus shot and a speed shot. The speed shot is your normal shot if you don't focus, and focus shot is, well, the shot while you are focused. What does focus mean? Focus is the action in which you are slowing down your character, so you can dodge the bullets easier and maybe get those graze points. Or what is grazing? Grazing is when you are moving near bullets but not touching them. This grants you bonus points, for style. Now that you know the general idea of the game, let's get to the story.
But Diamond, where are the other 5 games? Are you dumb? Can't count?
I would have talked about those games if they were on Windows, cause I'm too lazy to install an emulator for PC 1988, which is the platform on which the first 5 games launched. Now, let's get back to our topic. Embodiment of Scarlet story begins with the red mist covering all of Gensokyo, which is the world where the action is happening. The one that has to resolve the incident is Reimu Hakurei, a shrine maiden that works at Hakurei Shrine, or Masaki Same, if you know how to play the game. The main character proceeds to where they think the mist originates from, which appears to be a lake called Misty Lake. On the way there, the main character has to fight Rumia, which is a weird character that I don't want to talk about, for obvious reasons.
What the fuck?
After that fight, the main character searches around the lake, fighting the other fairies that live there. As cool as that sounds, it's rather fair to see that the fairies attacked first. Anyway, now comes an easy fight, with the strongest, the mightiest ice fairy, Signal, which is one of my favorite characters. Why? Because after the fight, the main character was attacked by some guards under the command of Hong Mei-ling. Who is Hong Mei-ling? Well, she is the guard of the Scarlet Devil Mansion, the main entrance to be precise. Now, this mansion appears to be the source of the mist. I don't know, I'm not a meteorologist. After defeating the Chinese girl, disclaimer, I don't have anything with the Chinese, it's just what her description is. The main character enters the mansion, to the library for some reason.
Why?
After fighting the librarian, Patchouli Knowledge, for no reason at all. I mean, they could have just entered the main building, rather than the fucking library. They finally arrive in the mansion itself. Inside, they are met by the feminine version of Dio, called Sakura Izayuri, which is the chief maid of the place, and she's dead. I mean, she was fighting the main character after all. Oh wait, she's back to fight once more before reaching the final boss, saying that she will not let us get to her master, but she dies again.
Well, I can't wait to meet this Scarlet Devil I've been hearing about. Ah, fuck a child!
That, ladies and gentlemen, is the Scarlet Devil herself, Emilia Scarlet, the one who's at fault for the mist that's covering all of Jinsoki. After a long fight and one reference to one of our Voivode, yeah, I use Google Translate for this one, she's finally dead. Well, I must correct myself and say defeated as the rest of the characters, because none of the antagonists will ever fucking die and rather just be friends with the main character. Anyway, after her defeat, she gets rid of the mist and we can end the story here. If it wasn't for the fucking extra stage! Here we are introduced to Plunder Scarlet, the younger sister of Emilia Scarlet.
Fuck, there's another one!
You know how the characters throughout the series have some kind of abilities. Reimu has manipulation of auras. Marisa has high level magic. Romea has manipulation of darkness. Sino has the manipulation of ice. Honmerin has the manipulation of ki. Don't even ask because I don't know. Natural knowledge has magic. Sakura Izayuri has manipulation of time. And Emilia Scarlet has supernatural powers. Apparently, Flanders Scarlet can be seen as Thanos with his Infinity Gauntlet at full power, but impersonated in a child that was trapped for 495 years. How? Why? Doesn't matter, cause she's defeated. I mean, it's better for everyone that she has been defeated, seeing that her abilities just says destruction of anything.
Well, there was a journey to Embodiment of Scarlet Devil. Hey, how many games are there?
18.
Fuck!
Now, let's get going to Perfect Cherry Blossom, the Touhou 7 that I enjoyed to an extent. In this game, Sakura, is introduced as a playable character. In this game, the main character has to find out why winter isn't finishing. So they fight Sino again, but this time she's the mid-boss. Because the first boss of the game is Letty Whiterock, which is Sino 2.0. After that, they fight Shen, the spinning cat. After that, they arrive in a forest and fought its residents, including Alice Megatron, but made no progress in finding a solution to their problem. Yeah, I'm not joking. They just fought these characters for the hell of it. But wait, they saw some cherry blossoms blowing around the sky.
It's a plane! It's a bird! No, they're cherry blossoms. Wait, what?
Following the trail left by the trees, they arrive at a gate, which is the entrance of the Netherworld, but it is protected by the worst band ever of hip-hop music called the Prince River Sisters. After their defeat, they enter the Netherworld, where the main character fights Yomu Kompaku, the gardener of the place. Apparently, her mission is to steal the essence of spring.
What?
Here is where I don't get the story. How can you steal the essence of spring? I'm currently reading the wiki. The fucking wiki for all this information. If you want to get a story by only playing the game, you have to read the dialogues. And even then you'll not get the story. All I'm getting is that I have to go to a place, kill something, and then proceed. Which is fine by me, because I have monkey brain. Let's get back to our topic. This essence of spring is used to bloom a yokai cherry tree called Saigyo Ayakashi, along the other cherry trees in Hakugyokuro's gardens.
Said that name 3 times fast.
Now we get to the final boss, Yuriko Seguji, the one that protects the tree in order to revive someone. In order to stop this tree from blooming, you have to defeat the boss 2 times. What a great fight. Actually, the extra stage won't be a pain in the ass.
I want to die.
Why is there 2 of them? I don't know. The extra stages are about another yokai called Yokari Yakumo. that is weakening the boundary between Jinsokyo and the Netherworld, so it will be easier to steal the spring. In order to fight Yukari, the main character has to get her attention somehow, so he fights Shen, but stronger, to get the attention of her Shikigami, Ran Yakumo. What is a Shikigami? It's some type of holy spirit tied to a master. Search on Google for fuck's sake. Maybe you are wondering, how's the fight with her? Well, let's just say that she likes to spin, and I like to complain about the difficulty of these damn stages. This is why I didn't do it. After fighting Ran, we finally get to fight Yukari. After we fight Ran once more.
Hey, what is the name of the song? Necrophilia. What? Necrofantasia! Fuck!
I really like this fight. Too bad I can't get to it. When the fight ends, Yukari is forced by the main character to repair the boundary between the Netherworld and Jinsokyo. And she repairs the boundary, and for some reason defends Reimo.
Well, I must say, there's interesting fanfiction of this too.
Porn is not fanfiction.
Yes, it is!
With that being said, that were in Touhou 6 and 7. Honestly, they are good games that I like. Man, now I do wish to do something more interesting with my life. Maybe get a job. Or maybe get a girlfriend. Fuck me, now I want to fuck the Shy Maiden.